You're watching News 12 on your side.
Closed captioning for News 12 is brought to you by Kenneth Nugent.
From the station that's on your side, this is News 12 NBC 26 this morning.
Good morning. Happy Saturday, 6 o'clock this morning. Taking a live look at Grovetown, Gateway to Grovetown. Wow, people are up and moving today. It must be that warmer weather coming in. I am so excited. I have been soaking up the sunshine the past 2 days. I mean, I literally spent the entire day outside, and I know that there are good things coming today too. It's a big weekend, Super Bowl Sunday. People are going to be out running their errands today, trying to get the last minute snacks and reps. What should they be wearing? Is it a good day to head out there, Chris? Please let us know.
All of those things. Right now it's a little bit on the cool side, but by the afternoon we're going to double up these temperatures for the most part. And if you're not good at math, that means 72 for you in Thompson. Right now you're at 36. So definitely a noticeable change from afternoon, or from morning into the afternoon rather. And temperatures are all over the place this morning as well. Only 43 degrees at this hour in Evans. But here it is hour by hour as we head through your Saturday, starting off on the cool side in the middle 30s, but we'll be into the 60s here in about 5 hours or so at 11 o'clock, 62, and by 2 o'clock, there it is, a great day to be outside with 71 degrees. Doppler Max radar is dry all across the area. It'll stay that way, I think, for at least the next several days, even though we do have a cold front moving into the area. Is actually across northern Georgia. Right now it looks like all we'll get from this is some cloud cover, and behind it some cooler weather for your Sunday. So if you love spring-like temperatures in the 70s, enjoy today, because tomorrow's going to be about 10 degrees cooler than it is out there for today. Saturday, hour by hour on our computer model. A few clouds around, especially in the afternoon today, but a beautiful day with southwest winds. We'll get those highs into the 70s, right around 70 degrees or so at 5 o'clock. By midnight tonight, the clouds come in, but there you see nothing in the way of rain. And by tomorrow morning, the clouds do keep temperatures from falling into the 30s like we're seeing this morning. So we'll wake up tomorrow morning in the middle 40s, and then gradual clearing as we head through the day on your Sunday. Here's your forecast for your Saturday. Sunny skies, warm, 73 the high, southwest winds right around 5 to 10. Tonight the clouds increase and the temperatures increase a little as well. Low temperatures in the middle 40s. Here are your weather headlines we'll be talking more about today. Certainly feeling like spring out there today. Clouds much cooler out there for your Sunday. Right now there's no rain in the forecast until around the end of next week. We'll talk more about that and have your Valentine's Day forecast coming up in just a bit.
Alex died because somebody gave him something that was poisoned. And now we have to live the rest of our lives without him in our life.
Heartbreaking words from a Columbia County father after losing his stepson to an overdose. Alex King was 28 when investigators say he overdosed on pills laced with fentanyl back in 2020. Now, nearly 2 years later, a man is charged with his murder. Colin McGill faces a murder charge for allegedly selling the fentanyl-laced drug that led to King's death. King's mother was too distraught to do an interview, so his stepfather sat down with our Meredith Anderson. Tell me who Alex was, for people who never met him.
He was a really special kid to us.
It's been an emotional day for Alex King's family. Just a couple hours after Brian Lugo sat down for this interview.
We never thought we'd have life without him. Ever.
He was standing next to Columbia County District Attorney Bobby Christine during this news conference, announcing felony murder charges against the man who allegedly supplied his stepson with a deadly dose of fentanyl.
Why is this arrest so important?
It doesn't take the pain away from our family, but for justice for Alex and for his mother and his sisters and his father, stepmother, myself, and his family, you know, we want somebody to be held accountable for his death.
Alex died in July of 2020. He was 28 years old. Sort of, because he was a leap year baby.
So that made him 7 years old, because he only had 7 birthdays before he passed.
He was funny, with a big personality. And this memorial still sits outside Rob Zapata's Electric, where he worked. He was loved, and his family says he wasn't suicidal. He had no idea he was taking something dangerous.
It's not a reflection of who he was. I think the misperception is when people hear overdose, especially when they hear fentanyl, they don't understand. They think drug addict, but that's not what this case was. This was basically poisoning. Nobody intentionally takes fentanyl because that's the drug of their choice.
Just like no one would ever choose to be in Brian Lugo's shoes. But he knows the journey to justice is paved with pain. He also knows Alex's memory can live on if this case can help others. So he'll keep fighting for Alex and for the countless others like him who could be one split decision away from his same fate.
I miss that kid.
Meredith Anderson, on your side.
I miss him a lot.
New developments in the investigation into 2 Waynesboro police officers. This is an exclusive look at body cam video from the night a mother claims a man tried to kidnap her 7-year-old daughter in front of officers who then let the man go. Kennedy Harris walks us through this video.
I'm furious. I am emotionally, mentally, and physically distraught.
Chandra Hendrick's 7-year-old daughter loves to play outside and she loves to draw. But over the last few weeks, no new drawings have been added to their refrigerator. She says anxiety has taken over after she was nearly kidnapped.
He should be behind bars right now. My little girl doesn't even feel safe.
This is the body cam of Officer Ronald Bartlett. The other officer you see is Sergeant Greg Stroud. After Sam Hendricks is placed in the police car, you can hear his daughter crying. Then you see officers walk past a man opening the passenger side door of Hendricks' truck where the girl is sitting. Sergeant Stroud walks back into the store. When Officer Bartlett turns around, you see the man holding a puppy and walking away with the girl. Bartlett sits in his car for about 3 minutes, and then he gets out of his car and stops the man from driving off with the child.
Where are you taking the child? Mother's on her way here. So you wait here if you don't mind, please.
Bartlett walks over to Sergeant Stroud and asks if Mr. Hendricks said his wife was on the way. Stroud says yes.
Inside that car. I just know he was leaving. I said, no.
You can see the man's car in the back backing up. Bartlett walks back over and talks with him more.
You understand they charged you kidnapping.
With the girl still in the back seat, Stroud walks over, questions the man, and tells him he's not in trouble.
And my daughter is sitting in the back seat of this man's car telling you she's not okay. And she's terrified. And you leave her there.
We're still waiting to hear if the man in the video will face charges. We've also asked about the officer's status with the department. Our investigation found Officer Bartlett was fired from the Richmond County Sheriff's Office in 2006. Officer Stroud worked at 6 different agencies and was fired from 2, including Richmond County. He's also been on a 24-month probation twice in his 21 years in law enforcement. A local lawmaker wants to overturn Richmond County's redistricting maps. He says they are not the ones approved. The maps were sent to Atlanta weeks ago after both the Augusta Commission and Board of Education approved them. State lawmakers are now free to make changes, which is exactly what State Senator Harold Jones says is happening. In a statement, Senator Jones says after months of hard work and public input, the maps voted for by the Richmond County Commission of Board of Education are not being considered. There's a Board of Elections meeting coming up Monday where we can expect an update on the entire redistricting process. 6:08 now. We're continuing coverage of the Azalea Park apartments and the complaints filed against the complex. Our I-team uncovered 206 code enforcement violations in just 3 years. And after a fire displaced several people, commissioners have been trying to learn more about the situation. The owners and Augusta code enforcement were in commission Tuesday, updating city leaders on their progress in making renovations. Our Kennedy Harris is outside Augusta's municipal building to tell us how commissioners are feeling about the progress.
Planning and Development described it as an old house. As soon as you fix one problem, other problems pop up. So now the owners are going to have to figure out real solutions.
Would you live there in such a manner as what other folks are living there? I mean,
we're addressing those issues. You're correct. We've been reactive to this point.
The owner representing Suris Property, the company that owns Azalea Park, in the hot seat Tuesday.
you got to clearly say this is what this is and where we're going to be moving people. I've not heard any of that today.
The property assessed assessment of the apartment complex required by the city found mechanical, electrical, and serious plumbing issues throughout the complex.
Our job is to provide quality housing, and that's what we want to do.
Their attorney says the root of the problem, 15 to 16 years of Band-Aid style repairs before they bought the property.
My understanding is none of this work was done by us. We purchased it, we're going to fix the problem.
The current owners have owned the complex for 2 years. Many of the issues existed before they took over, but leaders say it's not an excuse for 2 years without progress.
It appears to me that if we had not come out and our folks did their job like they're supposed to do, this could still be going on unaddressed.
Commissioners shifted the heat to planning and development, asking why the problems went on for so long without penalty. They claim it's hard to fine or revoke occupancy license when problems change day by day.
If it backs up and they come out, the plumbing comes out the next day, the problem in essence is gone. It's not fixed, but it's gone.
So years of consistent problems, but not consistent enough for the city to take action. The owners anticipate they'll need to completely renovate at least 3 buildings, and during that time, that means they'll have to move some residents to other buildings. So planning and development recommends that they don't take on any new tenants until all the problems are fixed. Reporting in Augusta, Kennedy Harris, on your side.
The owners will bring another update to leaders in 30 days when they will have to present the plumbing repair costs and a solid timeline for when all the problems can be resolved. In South Carolina,
Follow News 1226 on Twitter to keep informed with the latest happening near you.
Welcome back. 6:15. Gloves up, guns down. That's the motto at an Aiken County boxing ring that wants to provide a space for kids to focus on something positive. News 12 Will Volk shows us about how it's not becoming the best boxer, but the best person these kids can be.
For some kids in Aiken, when school gets out, this is the place to go.
5, 2, 3, 4.
I like it because it helps me get stronger.
Yep, you get a lot of stuff off your mind.
Julian Peterson is a high school senior. He says a few months ago, his brother inspired him to come here.
It kept me out of trouble, and it kind of straightened up my mind. It's like a mind game. You gotta put your mind to whatever you want to do.
We have expectations, so they know, like, you can't get in trouble in school or you can't be disrespectful at home. There you go, Trent.
Brittany Hankinson runs this gym with her husband. For them, it's more than a gym. It's a place to positively influence kids. Their motto, gloves up, guns down.
To talk it out. But if it doesn't, go that way, then, box it out. Rather than using a gun to kill someone.
She says they do more than box. They help with schoolwork, have Bible study, and take trips together.
You don't got time to do nothing that you're not supposed to do.
Peterson loves this place. He comes here 4 days a week to get better. And that's what owners hope. Kids will come here not just to become better boxers, but better people, too.
It's something positive. And anything positive is worth having around.
In Aiken, Will Volk, on your side.
If you and your kids are interested, the owners say they're open to anyone in the area. Kids have to be at least 8 years old to compete, but if you can be any age to train. So, Chris, we can be any age to train. Can you give me a little 1-2 this morning? I know it's early, but I feel like I could.
Nice jab.
I feel like I could.
If that's what that was.
It'd be great. It's good boxing weather, if that's a...
Yeah. If I was a boxer, I'd definitely be a dog rather than a fighter. I think that kind of boxer. Anyway, let's move on to what.
Thanks, Chris. 6:20 now. Is your pup an athlete? A competitive sport in Aiken gives dog owners the chance to find out. It's called Barn Hunt, and it tests dogs' athletic abilities. As Will Volk reports, Aiken Barn Hunt is growing, and they just hosted their biggest tournament yet.
It's a sport for dogs.
Barn hunt. We love barn hunt. Yeah, find it.
They use their natural instincts to find rats.
What? Come on, buddy.
Victoria Tesh came from Hilton Head, South Carolina, with her dog, Poe.
We're a little nervous because we're new to this particular game, so we're a little nervous. But I'm hoping that he can get down there and realize what we're doing. So we're just excited.
This game is different from traditional barn hunt Instead of looking through hay, they've got to run down a track, jump those hurdles, and try to find the rat. Fastest time wins.
It's a lot of fun. The best part is any dog can do this.
Heather Steinbeck competes with her dog. She's been a part of Aiken Barn Hunt since the club formed 2.5 years ago.
It's just an outlet for the dogs, for their instincts to kick in and do what they want.
Go, boy.
For Tesh's dog,
Go get it.
this game didn't go so well.
Come here. No. Come here.
He ended up in the wrong place, and then when he got to the tube,
Find it.
he picked the
One.
wrong one.
Ah, Popo. It went terribly. We didn't pass, but it was fun. We had a good time either way.
And for these barn hunters, that's what it's all about. In Aiken, Will Volk, on your side.
All right, nice day up there at the lake.
Commissioners will continue those discussions in next week's legal meeting, and we'll keep you updated. The first cases of so-called stealth COVID have appeared in South Carolina. Its nickname is because it's hard to detect with testing. DHEC made the announcement during their COVID briefing this week. The cases are in the Midlands region and are mild. Healthcare experts are pushing back against a new bill that could end vaccination requirements in schools across Georgia. Right now, Georgia lawmakers are debating whether the state should stop mandating vaccine passports. Critics of the bill say it could be used to end childhood vaccine requirements in public schools for diseases like measles, mumps, and chickenpox.
And school requirements for vaccinations have allowed us to really deal with, pretty much many of the childhood diseases. So any bill that will ban vaccinations of children entering school, I think it's bad for public health. I think it's bad for our children, and it's something that hopefully will be corrected and will be amended.
Right now, the Georgia Department of Public Health currently requires 8 vaccines for school-age children. And we've seen COVID cases trend down in our schools. You can see the hump where all 3 school districts spiked around mid-January. The green line showing Columbia County still has the highest case totals, but not nearly what their peak was. The lowest totals are the red lines. That's Richmond County. They're the only county out of the 3 still using a mask mandate. We asked our local doctors how effective masks are and when they might end.
There are issues with masks. Everybody knows it. But there's a role for masks. Either now or within the next little bit, week or two, start to relax some of these restrictions.
The CDC performed 3 studies on masks' abilities to stop the spread of COVID in schools. According to their data, before vaccines were available, masking teachers significantly stopped COVID spread. Masking students did not. Our local doctors say masking does not hurt, but it's the best tool to protect students besides vaccinations. Grovetown High School is celebrating one of their own ahead of the big game tomorrow. Nick Proto caught up with the Warriors yesterday as they get ready to cheer on Deontay Smith.
Warriors blue and red have been replaced by Bengals orange and black at Grovetown High School. Doors are decorated and excitement is high as they watch one of their own compete in the Super Bowl.
It's really hard to believe that in just that short amount of time, he's gone from sitting in my classroom to being on the field in the Super Bowl.
While many of us know Deontay Smith as the first Columbia County player drafted to the NFL, people here know him as Deontay the student, the classmate, and the friend.
I knew he was an amazing student, and that was more important to me. I knew he just respectful, just the most respectful young man. On and off the field.
He was a special warrior when he was here. We're behind him. This whole community is behind him, and we're really excited for him.
Being in Georgia, orange is a difficult color to come by, so a lot of students chose to go with black instead. But some went all out, even getting custom-made shirts.
I tried to find a Bengals shirt, but I didn't like any of them that I found, so I had my mom make this so that I could support Deontay today.
And they're sending a message of love and support from Grovetown all the way to Los Angeles, where Deontay will play in Super Bowl 56.
Let's go, Deontay. You've got this. We're going to bring home the championship. Warriors lead the way. Go Bengals.
Good luck, buddy. You can do it. Do the best you can. Bring home the championship.
We loved you then, we love you now, and I cannot wait to see you this weekend.
You prepared all your life for this. Go out and have a great time, have fun, and Warriors lead the way.
Beautiful spring.